I've been sent back until discovery is done. Today's episodes, we're going to watch Magic to Make the Sanest Man Go Mad, which is excellent. It's about, there's a space whale, there's Rainn Wilson, there's time travel shenanigans, and it's pretty good. And then there's the Latin one.
Hello there.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
That's what CV pays. I don't know how to pronounce things in Latin. CV Pacem para Bellum or some such. I think that's the one where Saru goes crazy on a forest planet.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hi. Does Saru try to kill them or just stop them from activating a transmitter? Or it's something to do with they're trying to grow spores in a planet. I remember it being good though.
Yeah,
I think it's good. And then Into the Forest I Go, which we bring back the sarcophagus ship, but other than that, I have no idea. It's in there somewhere. It might be the one where they do a bunch of rapid jumps to break through the cloak somehow. Okay. Yeah, I think that one was good. It's been a few years since I watched it, but I think it was good.
The rest of the season is fairly decent, apart from little bits of the last couple of episodes.
Okay. Anything particular in mind?
It's just you can sort of tell where the scenes of the story were.
Discovery, all of the seasons, maybe not season 5 as much, even then maybe a little. Discovery seasons, it always feels like they wrote the first I'm going to try again. They wrote the first few episodes and just started filming, and then just sort of made each episode after that as they were going along, they didn't have a totally coherent plan. That's how it feels to me. Season 2 and 3 especially, they had a really clear idea of how they wanted it to start, but they hadn't written the whole thing before they started filming. So they couldn't go back and change stuff when it didn't make sense anymore.
And three was a particularly egregious one. And that, they should have just not given it a neat ending. They should have just said, and we'll solve the mystery next season. There was no reason to wrap it up. And they didn't have a good idea for how to do so. So...
No, the screaming was it was cool.
Oh, it was awful.
This is the thing.
As we established, a screaming child destroying planets and stuff was already canonized in The Search for Spock. We already know this.
I'm not saying it's not...
It was just awkward.
It was just not a good mystery to answer to the big mystery. It's just not... Yeah, it didn't work as a story.
We have to overthrow Thedrin Dawnbringer because he didn't have a license to usurp the throne. Final climax, we help him apply for one. Yeah, today's episode should be good. I know one of these episodes has the battle with the Gagarin, and that was really good. I think it does. Wait, did we already see that? No, I don't think we have. It's so hard to keep track of what happened when in this show.
I'm just here for the adversarial time loop. That's
yes, the best part.
That's the fun. Yeah.
Is it the best episode of the series? It might be.
I mean, it's the best single standalone episode, I would say, but that's because there's so few of them.
Yeah, which is why it's hard to remember what happened.
Is there a quota for saying, there be whales here?
There'll be whales here. I don't think they say that in this show, but I do really appreciate that they specifically refer to a Gormagander as a space whale. It's no, we all know what it is. Come on. Move it along. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, good, it actually played. Good. Very good. I really need to skip
I
these.
love the design of the ship.
It's so triangular. Oh yeah, he did do that. Maybe these recaps are useful. Like, I don't need the bits about Ash Tyler. I know what his deal is.
Oh, it looks like that disruptor was tied to him.
He tied a disrupt? Oh, did it have like
Like,
a
he
shoulder
ripped it from a
mount?
rope or something.
Oh. How did Mud get out of the Klingon ship? I don't think they explained that.
Oh, it's Mud. He finds his ways. They never
Yeah.
explain how he gets out of any of the situations he put.
Probably bribe
he's put
someone,
into.
you know.
Yeah, he's like the
So basically, it
master
was
of the
super
Star
easy,
Trek
barely an
universe.
inconvenience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's all we need. Cool. Oh, we haven't discussed yet.
What's the
How's
answer to this
weather?
episode?
I
I don't think they do.
It's the thing where like you do with the main character sometimes where you don't know how to draw the situation. I'll just cut to them out of the situation. It's fine. Imagine it.
My favorite example is Halo 2 because Sergeant Johnson absolutely died in Halo 1. Absolutely. And then he just shows up again in Halo 2 and they're, how'd you get out of there in one piece? And he just says, sorry, it's classified. It's like, that's all you need. We did it. We don't need an explanation. It's classified. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
He survived through the magic of having an excellent voice actor
Yeah.
that we wanted back.
Although it is a voice actor, you could just write another character for him.
He's pretty distinct.
Is he? Okay. Because that's
It'd be like having
truer
Captain-
of some voice actors than others.
Like, remember when Captain Picard, or rather Patrick Stewart, because it's not Captain Picard, Patrick Stewart is playing some random holodeck character in a Shakespeare play, and it's just like, no, come on, guys. We know who... That's Captain Picard. Why is he in makeup?
Then there are voice actors who can make themselves sound completely different, like Matthew Mercer.
Picking out voice actors is one of my favorite things. Like,
You
if-
can just change voice actors and no one can tell the diddly difference.
I don't know. I feel like I can often tell the difference. I latch much more onto people's voice than their appearance.
Mm.
If Liam O'Brien could stop showing up everywhere, that might help stop breaking my immersion.
All the Tristram Roll cast just show up everywhere.
Oh, hey, Laura.
Especially Ashley as well.
Oh yes, the disco shirts.
Yep.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi. I was watching a playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn, and
Yep.
I cannot stop thinking of Aloy as Chloe from Life is Strange, because it's the same voice actor. That's all I can hear. It's just Chloe. Ashley Birch.
Ah, yes, the fun party.
Is this classical music?
Is that
I think so.
Yeah.
Starfleet ships have never had popular music. This is, I mean, I wouldn't want to be at this party. This sounds super stressful, but I appreciate that for once we're not just having a violin concert. God, how many of those do we have on TNG? It's at least 5.
Yeah.
What old boyfriends? Did you notice that There's an easy way to tell that Tilly and Burnham were meant to be together as friends. Tilly has this bump on her forehead, like a wart sort of thing. In the exact same place on Burnham's forehead, there's a divot. They merged together. They were meant to be. They are one. Tilly, no, he's a traitor. Well, technically, no, he's not a traitor.
Specialist Burnham. She doesn't even have a rank right now.
Well, yeah, because the treason.
In 4 years, she's not even 4 years, like 3 years, she becomes captain of the starship.
Well, no, there's a good 1.5 year gap.
Still pretty quick.
Before season 3, right? Still,
treason.
yeah, it is quick.
I mean, it's what she was already the first officer, so it's not like she's just been reinstated as opposed
That's
to...
fair.
I don't know, man. What do I want to buy for
I will
dinner
not watch
today?
STD.
It's
STD. Oh no! Oh, the one thing you don't want in life is STDs.
I don't know. We have really good medicine these days. It's not really that big a deal.
Luckily, this STD has been cured.
By being good? Yes, I agree.
Why is he? Is he gonna?
He's high on spores. He injected himself with tardigrade DNA last episode, and he's all... I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. He's high. He's going to be high for at least the next few episodes. So what, did you guys make out or something?
I like this version of Burnham better. Actually.
Very professional Burnham. All business.
Short hair Burnham.
Okay, is this a real battle or... No, okay, it's the space whale.
Yeah.
Also known as a Tiyanki space whale.
How come they think they act like this is no big deal, but by Next Generation, an organism that travels through space is like a myth, basically. When they find they found the space baby and they found Tin Man, they were acted like it was a really rare thing.
Yeah, there's Tin Man, there's the ravioli, there was the jellyfish,
the ravioli,
the crystalline entity.
Yeah.
Any others?
It's very common.
There's some in Voyager, but
I think it's less that they're rare and more that Picard is a total nerd.
Yeah.
Did they just beam it into the cargo bay?
Yes, they did. Also, that would totally kill it, right? That change in pressure from 0 to 1 atmosphere.
Yeah. Question: is it breathing? What would it be breathing in space? Why is it respirating?
Oh yeah.
I assume it works like a whale, where it dips into a planet, takes in a bunch of air, then goes out again.
Oh, this is the mud episode.
Yep.
Why is he wearing a cat helmet?
Because he's a furry. I don't know.
Hilarious.
It's just the one intruder, actually.
Yeah, I think there was a missing apostrophe in that subtitle.
How is he killing so many Starfleet officers? Did they not bring phasers? He's not doing anything. See, I told you, Lorca, you should have just killed him. Always just kill them. Gyrinx, what happens if you don't kill someone who knows what your face?
Oh yeah, other people come after you.
Yeah.
They report you to the authorities. And, It's a bad plan.
I got this spot on my shoulder blade I just can't reach. What is itching?
Get one of those things for cows where it just mounts to the wall and spins and you can scratch yourself on it. Earlier. Yes, thank you, Mud. I don't worry about it, Saru. It's gonna be fine.
Yep.
Bye, Discovery. Cause and effect. We're back.
Yep.
Still think this party would be really stressful.
Well, we're mostly
Why?
introverts, so of course it would be.
Yeah, not a people person. This would be torture. Well, you wouldn't want to be inappropriate, Burnham, would you? I wonder if they reshot this. Like, actually did multiple takes of this, so it's a little different, or if they just reused it. I wasn't paying enough attention before. I know for cause and effect, they reshot it.
Reshot.
Yeah, I mean, they often were very different camera angles.
Yeah, they put a camera in the ceiling one time. A little weird. It's a weird shot. The tardigrade DNA is all coming together. This is another big difference between Discovery and Old Trek. In Old Trek, whenever someone said something crazy, everyone immediately believed them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a time loop? Yeah, all right. Standard protocol.
Well, they didn't. There's times they did.
It takes them a while to figure out it's a time loop and cause and effect.
Mostly I'm thinking
Yeah.
of Remember Me with Beverly. I mean, to be fair, everyone there was fake anyway. But when she talks about like, oh, everyone on the ship is disappearing, half the crew is gone, you don't even know. She's like, wow, something must be terribly wrong with the universe.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Lorca. Like, just go do your job. I don't care. We don't need you here. Maybe he looked out a window. So that guy is a doctor in the shuttle bay operating the transporter?
Probably.
Oh, wait. Mark Twain. Is Magic to Make the Sanest Man Go Mad your favorite episode of Star Trek Discovery?
Oh, it must be.
I do remind you, there is a space whale. I bet it's his favorite.
Ah, 'tis a delight, much akin to seeing the mighty humpback breach forth from ocean's depths. Those spacewalking folk appear as celestial whales, do they not? Yes, sir. A spectacle worthy of admiration, much like the great mammals of the sea.
Denied? How? Wait, are we supposed to infer that there were a bunch of loops in the middle here? Because this is quite a leap.
Yes, that's what Sanest is pointing out. Because nobody was listening to him.
A feat of magic that would make the sanest man go mad, you could say. Do you get it? Because it's a time loop. Very clever. Do we know who either of these dead engineers are? I don't recognize them. One of them looked a little bit like Arium without the makeup and prosthetics. How did you get control of the computer? I mean, to be fair, Starfleet cybersecurity has always been garbage. But come on, guys. Oh, good job. You did it. Very casual with the murder.
I think didn't he take over the computers in the Enterprise in TOS? Did stuff with it. It was able to control certain elements.
How does he do
Yeah,
this?
so he said that.
He can't keep getting away with it. Wait, if this all happened, why was Captain Kirk so casual about dealing with him the first time in TOS? Wouldn't all the murder be on record?
Don't
I
forget
think
that
they keep
everything
on
Discovery
finding
did-
reasons to keep him classified.
Yeah, and also don't forget that everything Discovery did and was involved in is classified.
Yeah. Conveniently.
Kurt has no involvement in any of this. I don't recall. Do they know who Mudd is in TOS?
Not when they first
I
meet
think
him.
they have to look him up, yeah. They have to Google him.
Yeah, so he's in their database and they know that he's committed those things, so...
Okay.
But just none of those
They just
crew
didn't use the
encounter
words
Mudd at the
penetrating
time.
a space whale. Because that's a direct quote from one of the short tracks. It's a mammal. Oh, okay.
Technically, it's not a fish because there's no such thing as a fish.
Okay.
So I gotta say, this episode is really well done in the sense that time travel is really hard to write, especially for a TV show. It makes more sense
It's
for a
super
movie.
easy to write because you only have to write 5 minutes of content and then you just play that same 5 minutes over and over again.
Time loops are easy. Yeah.
No.
I do like time loops.
Yeah, but the thing
You
is,
only
it
have to
makes more
write a
sense
little
for
bit of the episode.
a movie because a movie is supposed to like reset. Everyone's happy at the end, but a TV show is supposed to be a little bit serial. So how do you have everything wind up the same? It means, like, in other words, I don't remember too many time travel episodes because they have no consequence whatsoever. I don't remember this one, for example. I didn't remember the
It's a
plot.
standalone episode. That's fine. It doesn't.
Yeah.
But this is fun. I mean, it's the only adversarial time loop I know of. I've seen a lot of time loops.
It's a really good time loop because he's a villain that threatens the Federation, basically.
Oh, there's not exactly a time loop, but there's a hostile time jumping thing in Discovery Season 5.
Yeah.
It's kind of a loop.
Oh, the one time loop thing it didn't do that I'm so happy I finally saw a show do is start the time loop with not knowing it's a time loop, but just seeing someone do all the time loop things, like walking to a room, anticipating everything. It finally happened in Dark Matter. I was so happy. It's an episode that is a time loop that you'll find out when someone starts doing all the crazy shit. It's really fun.
TNG's time loop, which was the Frasier episode with
Cause and effect, yes.
thank you. So that's the quintessential time loop episode where
it's unusual for a time loop episode because it was
because it relies on
before
Captain Picard
Groundhog
being
Day
an
came
idiot.
out, and it's the only one where no one's aware of the time loop.
Right.
And it's a good one.
Except Data, right? Data is like on the quantum positronic.
No, he figures it out. I mean, like in later,
He's
eventually
just a
they
smart
figure it
boy.
out. But when it resets, everyone's memory is erased, right? Like that's no other time loop show or movie I know of works that way. There's always at least one person who remembers from one loop to the next. But in this case, one of the people is a bad guy, which is also new.
And then, of course,
actually, no. I think there's a Stargate where there's a bad guy who's in the loop, but he's kind of ancillary.
Voyager's Year of Hell.
Window of Opportunity has a guy who's there. He's not involved in the episode until beginning and end of it.
Yeah, that's also one of the few to name drop down Groundhog Day.
But
Groundhog, like it was
the Groundhog was
Day
hostile.
Was fairly recent movie when that episode came out compared to now.
Bill Murray, Billy Crystal was young. But the thing is, though, here we have a comedic time loop also, very much like Groundhog Day. Like when he kills Lorca over and over, it's the best way to show the fact that time is going through. And when you think about how difficult it is to film or just to set it up, I mean, you can see the quick jump cuts when they fast forward.
Oh yeah,
but otherwise, it's conveyed amazingly well. Again, a time loop episode is kind of tricky because how do you make it not boring? And we have somebody actually.
Wait, this is the only time we ever used the transporter like this.
Yes, we spaced somebody, and
Thank
also
you,
all the oxygen is sucked out of him. So we have like hard science going on here. But also that's comedic gold, by the way. Killing somebody over and over. So this is a funny episode. This is a well-written episode. The villain is uniquely devious.
Oof.
That was a nice weapon.
Yes.
It was like the Variant T disruptor.
Literally what I was about to say. It reminds me of the Variant T.
There you go.
Sick.
Maybe we can count how many times Discovery actually uses gun on man.
It's going to be a lot.
It's the only show.
Oh, that's great.
Hello there.
So, I gotta say, I like this party song.
I love how people optimize the time loop.
Yeah,
I like this party song because I'm really glad they didn't have the pack it up, pack it in. Now let me begin.
It has so much bass, though. You're gonna shake the walls of the people who are trying to sleep.
Yeah, no, but it's a mix of the Staying Alive and then somebody else is recording over it. So it's old yet new. And Tyler's speech is pretty good here too. I like that they had the shot of the person in the wheelchair because people get handicapped even in the 23rd century.
So this is the beginning of Stamets being less of an asshole, right?
yes.
They got the DNA and like he's pretty permanently not an asshole to the degree he was before.
Come on, Michael, you got time to dance. You got 30 minutes.
And also,
well, Burnham, you didn't blow because you're going to have hundreds more chances. That's the fun thing about a time loop.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Stamets, I'm not sure this is the right way to break out of a time loop, though. Okay, calm down. Alpha Centauri. Is that where the colony Terra Nova is? No. Is there anything at Alpha Centauri? I would think there would be a planet there. Okay, there is an outpost. Oh, right. Alpha Centauri is where Zephram Cochrane and TOS said he was from, or was supposedly from. But then that's not canon anymore.
Yeah, it's almost like we had a pre-warp drive, and then we had a warp drive. I love this part. Stamets teaches her how to dance. And, you know, I don't know about you, but, you know, social events like parties when you were a teenager, I was definitely a wallflower, just like Michael Burnham is or was. And
so she didn't retain any knowledge. It's just Stamets was much more persuasive this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And said to dance with him as opposed to get the information from him.
Look,
that's an order.
Your first dance
specialist.
She gets a date and a dance and a kiss all in this episode, and in love. Her first love,
and dies at least once.
Yeah,
and
well, she's died each of the times because the ship has blown up each of the times.
55 times so far. She got better.
She walked it
dying off. Or everything.
Samesies.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about that weather?
It's been very, very, very hot.
God, yeah, it's been
annoyingly so.
I actually got burnt yesterday when I was helping out at the tar boot sale.
By the heat? Wow.
By the sun, just stood facing the sun the entire day.
Yeah, it's been 72 degrees. Hang on, let me translate. You know what? I'm not going to Google it.
Data wrote a program
hey,
for
Mark,
small talk.
What is 72 degrees
borrow
Fahrenheit
Michael.
in Celsius? I don't want to do the
72 degrees in Celsius is 20.
I reckon that's near about 22 degrees on the Celsius scale, if my weather eye didn't deceive me.
All right, I'm just going to trust
yeah,
you.
It's about the temperature it's been.
Spring day.
That's so, it's absurd.
A comfortable spring day? What are you talking about?
Disgustingly hot. I'm dying over here.
That's at best a comfortable summer day, not a spring day.
I do much better around like 58, 55 Fahrenheit.
The people in the UK don't know what warm weather is.
No, they do.
Never
they have
experienced warm weather.
They have heat. They have good heat over there sometimes.
13C is plenty warm.
Weather. We don't have hot weather.
You've been going. You can go through a heat wave with the rest of Europe.
But yeah, to hit 100 Fahrenheit everywhere over here, and everyone lost their shit.
It almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Yeah,
Liam.
So it's not like you don't know, though.
Like whole railway networks shut down because the tracks couldn't handle it. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, when you look at the map of the U.S.,
global
though,
warming
the whole
can't melt
up.
Train rails.
Yeah.
They're such a cute couple. I just want to say, and I love the fact that we have like this teenage party theme going on. It's a little immature for Star Trek. They're all like
the Vulcan Academy has come around on time travel matters.
And then also,
wait, the Vulcan Science Directorate believes in time travel now. When did that happen?
Right. Yeah, that's breaking canon for sure. But
a lot of
it's been like 50 years.
Truth value. That's fine. Not actually breaking anything.
How long has it been actually? 50 years? 100 years? Since Enterprise?
That's
And we
definitely
do
a
know,
different take.
So what's
we do
Enterprise?
know that the Vulcan Science
2276?
Academy believes that time travel is not fair.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Ah,
The Vulcan is the mission of the Vulcan science director. The time travel is OP.
So I like that. Basically, Mud is playing on a cheat code. Like you could play, and I really like they dropped this one tidbit. He broke into a Betazoid bank, which has like multiple layers of like molecular locks and security.
Honestly, that's on them.
but-
How did they not see him coming? They're psychic.
But I guess he ran through the simulation so many times. If you have an infinite amount of tries,
He's using the
candy.
transporter to pretend to be Q. It's very nice.
That's funny. Yeah.
That looks kind of like the color the sky might be as it's transitioning from night to sunrise. Very nice little gem.
Oh man, that's
I mean, that's an inside joke that Soma would be party to.
if he was party to the party.
yeah, just things.
Have you tried just not being busy?
So I don't get this
Whoops.
part. Mud says this is the most painful way to die because it rips you apart molecule by molecule. But that wouldn't affect you on a nervous system level any more
Yeah, that
than
wouldn't really be that
just
painful.
boiling you or whatever vaporizing you.
It also didn't last
Would you
very
care
long.
to test it?
No, I'm
No.
okay. I don't have anyone like Michael Burnham to come after me and reset the time loop. I'd be gone.
I
But
know
so
there's
this
an
episode
outtake
again.
here where he's like screaming different insults at Saru, and the crew just can't handle it. The beam
So
pole.
like I love this Burnham thing because obviously the hero, the villain has the power to reset the time loop, but Burnham uses it because she knows he's greedy. And
Right.
Spoilers.
So
Yeah, you don't have to say. You don't
It's
have to
well
praise the
written.
thing before it happens.
Damn
You
it!
can just
He
wait for it
just
to
ruined
happen.
the entire thing.
see, Stamets ruined the entire thing, not me. But and he gives a stupid reason I want to say. It's like, I'm tired of seeing you kill people. So what kind of professional are you? You gotta understand.
Just go to your room, H-Loop Stamets. You
Yeah.
don't have to watch.
Like, you can't let the villain get the info. That's the whole game we're playing here. But it makes this time loop way more important because that means that they can't reset it.
Ooh,
Anyway.
is that a time crystal from season 2?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I mentioned it already.
yeah.
Okay.
But they mentioned the technology relies upon this like unstable dimensional
Space magic.
liquid. Yes. But I really want to note, okay, the consistency here. We have space jellyfish from TNG. We have space ravioli, and and then we have more space whales coming. So I feel like this is a good way to add to the
Hey, Mark.
canon of space whales.
Wait, is Mark listening? Okay, you
Space
are
whales
listening.
are
Hey, Mark.
canon.
Can you list out all these space-borne aliens that are in Star Trek?
So, and then of course, Star Trek Picard shows us the birth of all the space jellyfish. So we have
Oh,
lots
Mark.
of space jellyfish. Officially.
Mark, you misheard me. It was space-borne.
I don't think
Okay, I think you got it.
I love the last thing that you
Apologies for
expect.
the confusion, my good sir. Among the starborn entities, we have the elusive Organians, The
Nope.
wise
You're
and
right.
transparent Tholians and the
Incorrect.
rather formidable Doomsday Machine.
That's a
A
ship.
fascinating trio, not unlike witnessing a pod of humpbacks breaching the sea's surface.
Nope. Everything about that was wrong, Mark.
That's okay. I mean, it definitely tried. It understood it better than just space aliens. Again, we have the map of how the war is going, which looks like a.
There's Kittimer right on the border when we got the close up.
The last thing you expect Burnham to do is eat one of those deadly candies.
Murder, you say? I thought you said it was self-defense.
But I love how the bad guy is so greedy.
Honestly, less than the ship. The ship seems important. But I guess the Klingons aren't terribly bright.
Yeah, from the subjective point of view.
Michael's a nobody. She killed one guy. Who cares?
Someone
Yeah,
had
but
to
her
die.
head on a pike is like symbolic of defeating the Federation's greatest strategist. That does look painful, but burning me at this stake.
She
would
doesn't
probably
seem
be-
bothered. It's fine for her.
Yeah. I don't get how he loses the time crystal. I think it has to do something with the 30-minute expiration. I was saying before, I'm glad they don't have the "Pack It Up, Pack It In" song as the theme music.
Oh, they should have shown Stamets being the
Also,
one to initiate
couldn't-
the sequence of events again, because it's like it all
We're fast
it's all
forwarding.
hinges on Stamets once again persuading her to that what's going on.
Right. We're fast
Couldn't
forwarding.
they
though,
also just
because-
like raise the
I know.
shields
I mean,
and leave?
I get they're shorthanding it, but I would have appreciated that link in the chain.
Yeah. He gets shortchanged a little bit.
Stamets? Yeah.
But seriously, just convince the captain to go to warp. We can just leave.
And so something else I really like about the episode is that the power flickers on and off at the beginning, and Burnham's the only one to notice it because she says that there should be redundant power relays, and that shows us that Mudd is interfering with the timeline. Good writing.
I really want to see the conversation between Stamets and Lorca to convince him to give Mudd his chair.
Yeah.
Lorca doesn't seem like a very accommodating sort of guy.
No, or deferring to the wisdom of others. It's like we've done this 50,000 times, and this is going to be 50,001, and you need to give up your chair because Harry Mudd's coming back. That requires at least 10 minutes of explaining to any other Starfleet captain.
Lorca, I still don't believe you that's how it's pronounced. I still think it's Buren. I'm not going to harp on Lorca here because I know it's just an act. But if this were real, it would be the stupidest thing in the world to rely on Mutt's word. A little racist, Mudd. And shoot him? Gun? Oh no.
What?
Oh, now I remember where this goes.
Yeah.
Oh, Mudd.
Hardcore Fenton Mud. Somehow, though, I gotta
Surprised
say,
Mud didn't kill him.
bad writing would be that this guy doesn't get any criminal punishment for killing people in other timelines over and over and over.
Well, it never happened. You can't kill someone for theoretical murder.
For
What is this?
murdering.
Attempted murder? Are they putting people in jail for that now?
Yeah, attempted hijacking. And but anyway, the thing is, though, Harry Mudd is a comedic remnant of TOS, so we're supposed to laugh at the end of the episode, not deliver truth, justice, in the Starfleet way.
Oh my god, Harry, you failed immediately.
So Burnham has still not been in love, still not been kissed, and still never had a dance, and never had a boyfriend. So unfortunately, because she got all that in the alternate timelines. By the way, okay, so this little they show Tilly as so ditzy because one time Stamets, to get rid of her, says there's a cute guy over there, and I think he's
Why
in
is the
bed."
captain's chair a non-critical system?
Well, it's just a chair.
It's like the massage function. You don't need to.
It's like
He rewired communications
hacker.
itself, not.
But like communications from the captain's chair is kind of important.
They hacked the keyboard.
Oh shit! They have access controls.
These are like completely cartoonish characters.
She's kind of cute.
Her father is like the dad from Willy Wonka. He's like, whatever my little girl wants, gets.
Stella,
Like
can you just like shoot him? Did you bring a gun?
he he mentioned this on the prison ship where he's introduced. He says like, my Stella, I really like I could have been with her.
Wouldn't it be POX and not POCKS?
Don't worry about it. I didn't write the subtitles. Oh my god, Stella, you're so gullible. Is this why he doesn't like you?
Yeah.
I think this is why he doesn't like her, because I think Harcourt Fenton Mudd likes it to be a challenge to manipulate people.
See, and something really well done about this time loop thing, though, is that we get Tyler, like she wanted to save her boyfriend. And Burnham does that. In Picard, we never get Elnor back. And Ruffy's always messed up about it.
And that's the whole thing for setup of TOS. He gets out of there. As we know.
He has to
until
go
it's
sip some
more
jippers on a
haircut.
beach somewhere. Still don't know what a jipper is.
But he's a fantastic recast of Mud.
Yeah. No. Ray knocked it out of the park.
No, it made him Moriarty level, really.
Are you
Bud
gonna
does
dance?
seem more capable in Discovery than in TOS. It's true.
And by the way, the breaking into the Betazoid bank is another level because he really is. I don't know, like for example, psychopaths, sociopaths. I forget which one. But they're able to like navigate through the rules of society, and then you therefore don't know how sociopathic they are. So con man and a swindler. Part of that behavior.
Well, I'll give
Is
you a
this
little
the-
insight into that.
Are
I
you a
think
psychopath?
sociopaths don't necessarily view other people as people as
think-
much as they are tools to achieve
Yeah.
your goal.
In this episode, I think this is the first instance ever where someone has to wait for a turbo lift. Like waiting for an elevator.
Yeah, to have the awkward silence.
They needed to have the conversation. Yeah.
Okay, at least that turbo lift was better than the one in Picard, where Picard's son and Geordie LaForge's daughter had to like awkwardly like, why is he looking at me like that? Like, should I hold her hand? And I'd be like, grabs her hand. It's like, why did you do that? And it's like the whole Borg subterfuge going on, but it's like,
What else has that actor done? I'm trying to think where I know him from, other than Picard. He looks familiar.
but by the way, Gormagander, that was new, right?
Yes,
That's not established Trek lore.
That's the first instance of something that's actually called a space whale. Okay, so the next
Good name.
episode is Latin, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it again. It's Latin, don't worry about it. It's a dead language. It's almost as dead as French.
This is the first episode. We got 2 more episodes?
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
3 more episodes.
That was the best episode of today, but this one's still pretty
Yes.
good.
I've forgotten his name.
Best
Get him to
episode
pronounce it.
too.
Saru, it's pretty easy. Whose name?
Clements, whatever.
Sam Clemens?
Mark Twain.
The AI voice. I've just totally forgotten the name. I don't know why.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. Yes, get him to pronounce it.
In a second. First, we need to press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. All right. Now how do I actually phrase this to get him to say it? What episode are we on? We're on episode 8. Hey, Mark, what is the title of the 8th episode of season 1 of Star Trek Discovery?
If you want peace, prepare for war.
All right, everyone ready?
The title, my good sir, would be Si vis pacem para bellum, a Latin phrase translating
Si vis
roughly as,
pacem
"If you
para
want
bellum,"
peace,
he said.
Prepare for war.
Sounds close enough.
Intriguing and thought-provoking indeed, just like observing the movements of our beloved humpbacks beneath the sea's undulating waves.
Mark,
Undulating.
could you say the title again, but just the title?
Of course, sir. The title is Si vis pacem para bellum.
All right.
Pretty good. Good
It'd probably
Latin.
be Stevie, but yeah.
Maybe we should have him do
No,
the
no, no.
rosary.
Whatever Mark says is canon.
It's pretty good Latin.
Si vis pacem para bellum.
During the Reagan era, we had trust but verify and peace through strength.
I think Reagan's motto was, peace is a lie, there is only passion. Thank you, Soma. I knew someone would recognize it.
I mean,
I
especially
don't-
with the Acolyte streaming at the moment, it also recognised
Yes.
it.
Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. I've played way too much KOTOR. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me.
Yeah, I knew when I heard British laughter, it wasn't a real Reagan quote.
You knew it when you heard British laughter. You knew it was what?
It was not a real Reagan quote. It was like something else.
I
From
feel like he probably
Stargate.
said that.
Okay.
It sounds like something he would say.
I like Richard Nixon from Futurama.
I was right. This is the Gagarin.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Gagarin.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Mark, how do you pronounce Gagarin?
Ah, a fine question indeed. The pronunciation, I'm told, is Gagarin, much like the joyous
Gagarin.
babbling of a
Yes, thank you, Mark.
youngster,
Excellent.
or the soft calls of a
Reese.
humpback in its watery domain.
do love Reese. He's a great character and a great actor.
And he survives all 5 seasons somehow.
Yep.
How many of these characters actually made it to the end? Like, I don't know if
I think
Owo
this is the
counts.
first. Yeah, I think this is his first proper appearance, though. He's not shown up in much in the other episodes.
Some of them tragically die.
I think Reese and no, Saru's not even here. I think Reese is the only person who stays an actual character that matters through the whole show.
Yeah. Because the other two aren't in the final season much.
Is that comm officer in the back? Is he there? I'm not sure.
I really like the see-through interface.
Feels hard to use, but I guess that's it's like Google Glass, sorta.
I think like in TNG's alternate like All Good Things and Battle Bridges, we see it. In like parallel timelines. What is it, Future's End or Worf's Parallels also?
Well, that would be a no.
Yep.
I like the design of the Gagarin. It really reminds me of Enterprise era ships. It's a nice
was a
sort
really
of
nice
gunmetal
flyby.
gray, simple design.
Especially as it's blowing up, it was really beautiful.
Lorca is very caring about the Gagarin in this scene.
As long as it's a human that he's trying to protect, he's all in.
Like, imagine if Ulysses S. Grant was from the Terran timeline. Would he be such a bad guy? Like General Sherman burning down all of Atlanta? You know, it's kind of messed up. But
saying General Ulysses Grant was a bad guy? Are you on Team Confederacy?
Union. No, I'm just saying though, like you had to win the war, but the person who won your war was like a little bit from
Oh, we get more hints in the mirror universe here.
Yeah, so I remember when the show was coming out, people thought it was like a hint of the future. Like he was seeing Tilly become a captain in our timeline.
Yeah.
Nope, Captain Killy.
Yep.
Well, in fairness, she's just a
Captain
cadet
Killy.
in this. She's just a cadet. Thanks, Chad.
Why are they still playing trill sounds? Not trill sounds. The trilling sound of the tribble.
It's on his desk.
This guy has had other roles in Star Trek.
Do we know his name? He doesn't look familiar to me. That is Admiral Terrell, or Terrell, played by Conrad. Internet Movie Database, where are you?
Admiral Terral.
Yeah,
This is also really-
Terral.
So we get to actually go outside for this episode, which is unusual.
So that's his
Remember, we
only
don't go-
role in Star Trek. He was in Dark Matter.
We don't go outside here either, you know? So
He was in Beauty and the Beast.
I think he was
with Emma
in.
Watson.
Was he in Stargate? What is this?
Was he in Stargate? Stargate was a while ago, and he looks pretty young.
Yeah.
No, he's not in Stargate.
I like the idea.
Stargate was a while ago.
It absolutely was a while ago. The show came out in 2017. Stargate was the 90s.
Crystals have this.
Well, Stargate ended in 2010.
The Stargate series, dude. Come on.
Crystals have a resonance to them, which is incredibly useful in quartz watches and stuff. So I like the idea of an entire planet, like somehow made of crystal, being used as the transmitter. Oh, we're in the redwood forest.
Did they add some bloom in post? Saru looks a
Yeah.
little blurry.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's in
Have you been
focus.
to
No, it's fine.
Have you been to the
Yeah.
redwood forest, Ryan?
Dude, I live in the redwood forest.
Okay.
They're everywhere.
80 kilometers per hour. That can run faster than the speed limit of most roads.
Wait, what? Wait, did you
They can
say
run 80
80
kilom-
or 8?
80 kilometers per
Okay.
hour.
I heard 8.
Did you bring earplugs, Saru?
This episode has cultish
It's some
themes.
sort of non-corporeal entity. Well, maybe a little corporeal.
You know, they reuse this for Discovery like season 4 when Book's planet is made of these little floaty things.
Big vibes of Gimli, lower your axe.
Even the parts that are alive.
So they're doing that thing
Free
where
registered
the
life
forest is
forms.
one giant organism.
Yeah.
Discovery boldly carries on Star Trek's theme of being a science show. So we have to figure out who these life forms are,
Oh,
discover
boldly.
what's there. You know,
Boldly remaining consistent.
Star
No,
Trek being
it's kind of-
consistent? Impossible.
it's kind of innovative in a way. Like we didn't really have floaty things be like a single collective consciousness, you know, in TNG.
Whoa, hang on. Remember there was a space cloud in TOS that was on a planet that Captain
Yeah.
Kirk had a personal grudge against.
That
Right.
was
And
one
there's another
entity.
space cloud that someone fell in love with, but whatever.
Right.
So there
Oh,
have been space clouds and hive minds, but they did not combine them in one entity before. It is true.
Sounds like the black speech of Mordor.
I mean, this is the actual Klingon language.
Ashnaj tur batuluk. Ashnaj gimbatul.
Do you still
Ashnaj
remember
tur
Siddig?
batuluk agboruz mishikrimpatul. Has to be
Do you
finished.
still remember Siddig El Fidel? His name?
That doesn't sound like the black speech of Mordor.
Because you used to do that like every episode.
Well, because he would
What?
appear every episode.
Wait, who? Wait, what did he say?
Alexander Siddig.
Oh, Siddiq Al Tahir, Fadl Abdurrahman Muhammad. Muhammad Ahmed Abdul Karim Al Makti. Yeah.
Thanks.
It's been so long since we've seen Siddiq Al Tahir, Fadl Abdurrahman Muhammad Ahmed Abdul Karim Al Makti. What's he
Indeed.
doing these days?
Probably
I
acting.
mean, I know he was in Game of Thrones, but he's in something called Deliver Us as Cardinal Rousseau. He's in.
Is
Oh
that
yeah,
permission?
he was in an episode of The Bad Batch.
Which episode was that?
I don't know the name. He was a senator on some planet. I think in one of the later seasons.
It was on this show with you guys that I learned that he was Sudanese royalty. He's like, you know, a cousin or a nephew to whoever would be the king of Sudan. And
Yeah, I just
Kinda
posted a
funny.
picture of who Siddiq Al Tahir, Fadl Al Rahman Muhammad Ahmed Abdul Karim Al Makti played in Bad Batch. in the Bad Batch.
Yes, it was.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember little baby Sadiq trying to act in Deep Space Nine. Do you remember how awful he was in season 1? When he
He really
tried to play a
was.
villain, especially, he just did not know
Yeah.
how. He
Yeah,
played Rayo
it's interesting having
Vantica.
someone who was less experienced, but it's always good to give them the opportunity. Oh yeah, so she's actually working with her to an extent.
Yeah. They're besties.
I mean, this part's kind of silly. The Klingon guards leave them alone. They just laugh like deviously.
Klingons are
Guards
dumb.
guards are so easily diffused in this like.
But I suppose they don't expect there to be anything here because she's loyal to them.
Mhm. I love her outfit, by the way. The little red horns with the little white horns on her shoulders.
Do you? Do you, Ash? Are you sure that's not on Kronos?
Yeah, well, he doesn't know, remember? Of
I
course.
know, but
Yeah.
still. He's a traitor even if he doesn't know it. Except he's not a traitor. He's loyal to the Klingon Empire. But whatever.
I'm glad Burnham gets someone at the end
Yeah. It's
because
lovely.
no other Star Trek protagonist gets like. Remember, Jadzia is like horribly murdered, and like Bashir gets to go out with Ezri, but like Worf doesn't have a chance. And then we kind of give LeVar Burton a good plot line with his 2 daughters. He's like a happy father, proud father. But
Did we establish that Geordi actually got together with Leah Brahms?
no, we didn't
I know that was
establish
in All
that.
Good Things.
It's just understood that like their mom is Leah, but probably not. It's not
You just
established.
imply it's Leah.
Yeah.
All that emotional manipulation in TNG really paid off.
It is established somewhere who their mother is.
Okay.
I don't think it's not necessarily in the season itself, but they do say somewhere who it was intended to be.
Well, if he moved on, that would be nice. But the point is, though, he's a happy
Yes.
dad. But and then Deanna and Riker are married, but they lose a child. And
So I just checked Memory Alpha to see who it was. Geordi's wife in Picard is listed as Geordi's wife.
wow. Oh, we see
Leah
the back of her
Brahms
head or
is
something?
alternate timeline spouse.
Yeah, in All Good Things. Well, by
Yes.
the way, we don't know it's Leah Brahms. It's just her first name's Leah. Picard asks
It's
about
totally Leah Brahms.
it. Yeah. But that's an alternate timeline, so
It's not canon.
a
Honestly,
bird in
most of
hand
that
is
Didn't
timeline's
Leah
not canon.
Brahms?
Yeah.
Didn't Leah Brahms have kids with someone else?
She had
She was.
she had a husband. Well, she was married.
She was married. We don't know if she had kids. Something I thought I liked, being a fan of psychedelic mushrooms, Stamets is really spaced out, cowabunga dude from his mushroom experiences, but he gets worse and worse.
Prisoners in war, they go to beautiful New Zealand.
Be right back, guys. Getting pizza.
Enjoy.
Okay. They're treated humanely. Even the very word is racist. Yes, it does, Admiral. You're lying to us.
Well, she is technically lying. Those death penalties are largely classified, certainly not being told to the Klingons.
Also
So
totally
say,
irrelevant to the
why
current
can't we go
situation.
there? Yeah. Yeah, irrelevant. And one of them would be, why is that a death penalty to go to that place? We're going there right
Shut
now
up.
because we can, because we're in a war.
Can they? I don't think they can go to Talos. Because Talos apparently The people that live there guard it by just creating illusions of hazardous space anomalies. People are like, nope,
True,
we're
but
turning around.
if they thought there was something there, then they would keep trying.
But the point is that we won't kill a prisoner of war or someone who defected.
Yeah.
What
You
else
know,
are you going to do,
the-
Admiral? You can either
The whole
go with her and probably die, or stay here and definitely die.
Yeah.
the whole Stamets thing, because remember last week we were kind of shocked how Saru was willing to let the tardigrade suffer in order to use the spore drive, and same thing with Lorca. And now when Stamets is getting sick, you know, it's the thing, like science and discovery is associated with exploitation of animals and then people.
Well, it's a big galaxy, Suryo.
Yeah.
It's hard to think while we sit on this planet of peace. On the other side of the galaxy is a slaving race of jelly people.
I'm not too sure about her questioning of what you do with the people you capture, though, because her boyfriend was converted into Ash Tyler, and so would be treated as a normal person.
Okay, I think though that this is a ruse though, because like remember she sent Ash. Or Voke. But also she hates the General Cole guy because he hijacked Takuma's movement.
Yes, definitely.
So basically she's trying to get back.
Because he's a pirate. He stole their ship.
Oh, no, I do get it. It's because she wants to be captured by the Federation. That's why she's asked him.
Yeah. Feeling okay, buddy? Enterprise did this a little bit. When Captain Archer was on this like jungle planet with hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, come out and see us. Except that alien entity was wearing a nightgown.
That was gruesome, right? Weren't they like hunting sentient beings or something?
Yeah. But they were like non-corporeal shapeshifter sentient beings, so who cares about them?
Right.
Never trust a shapeshifter.
I mean, you know, I've eaten octopus, so it's kind of messed up that such an intelligent creature that I chewed on.
Did you really, Surreal?
Yeah, definitely did.
No. Saru, don't do.
He's the ranking officer, so they have no choice. But this shows how powerful Saru is. We think he's a prey species, so he doesn't have like chimpanzee strength, but
You shall become one with the spores.
and we'll all be happy with the mushrooms.
Burnham, do you have a gun? Okay, yeah, this is just a cult. It's a non-corporeal cult.
Yeah, it is. Thanks.
Also, inappropriate way to touch your coworkers, Saru. Fortunately for him, Starfleet does not have an HR department in Del TNG.
Also, don't religiously proselytize to your coworkers. They're probably not interested. So there's an interesting tension here. So A, we discovered new species. B, they have a new discovering a new way of thinking. We're trying to use them for their natural resources, and yet we have to save them from the Klingons who would destroy them because they have a right to exist free and independent of Starfleet. It's like, we want
Oh,
democracy.
don't ensure the end of his days. Just leave. Don't make it
can't force
personal,
it.
lady. Just leave.
Yep. Always just leave.
So one thing I don't like is when Ash escaped, she really wanted that. So the whole getting a scar part is kind of fake.
Ooh, we gonna stab the Admiral in a non-vital organ? Maybe a liver?
Yeah.
We're gonna put her through an electrical conduit.
No, just a headbutt? Alright.
We're gonna
That
zap her with
does feel more
110
like
volts.
murder than pretending.
Yeah. But a little bit of electricity through your body, probably not going to kill you. So I don't like how she got her scar because she really wanted Ash to escape. It's just dramatic.
It's for the cause. The greater good. So are they dating now? They kissed once.
They're
actually a couple?
starting. They're figuring it
They're
out.
starting to.
Are they? It's complicated
They're
on
in love.
Facebook.
Yeah.
They're in love because in
Okay.
the last episode she said, "I've never been in love."
They're
So,
not in love. They barely know each other. They just met.
I mean,
They've known each other for like 3 weeks.
they're both kind
That's
of
why they're not
outcasts.
actually in a relationship at the moment.
He has a little PTSD.
She's a lot of
little.
trauma.
But also he's actually just misrepresenting their situation to Saru to delay him.
Yes.
So when he said we had a fight, he wasn't.
Yeah, he's
actually
lying.
being
Well, he
trapped.
wasn't lying per se, but he was misrepresenting the truth.
He exaggerated. Don't go all Spock on me. And
Don't
no
tell me
more.
what to do.
Okay.
Uhura and Zach Quinto fighting was like some of the cutest couple fighting we've seen.
Yeah.
In Star Trek.
In Star
genre.
Trek, yeah.
Because remember when they're not
Look out
talking?
how
and Chris
much heat
finds-
that stone is giving off. That's got to be awful. It's probably like 80 degrees in there. Disgusting. Saru, it's a rock.
crystals?
Is it a magic rock?
Yeah, crystals are conduits.
No, they're just rocks that look fancy. Oh, it is a magic
So,
rock.
yeah,
It's a mind meld
telepathic.
rock.
It's a telepathic rock.
Saru doesn't seem very harmonious of you. I thought
What
you
I
were
want to see is
chill.
I want to
Yeah.
see Saru kick somebody like with his rear legs, like a donkey.
Like
He
a
could probably kill
horse.
someone. Yeah, I want to see him kill somebody like a horse.
He does have hooves. He could do it.
Yeah. Like, what's with squeezing somebody's throat?
Angry
Just, like,
Saru.
I just want to see him kick like a
This is
Oh,
where it
these
becomes action
crystals
Saru.
don't look great.
Oh, by the way, human and Klingon fights should not last more than 3.5 seconds. And also, generally speaking, Saru should be able to shred Michael Burnham.
Oh, that's always a tough thing of. We establish these aliens are stronger than us, and then we still have to actually have fights with them where the protagonist wins, so it
Mhm.
works completely differently.
Although,
Unfortunately, in this case, Michael has a gun, so I assume she's just going to shoot him.
No, but in Discovery's
Definitely.
defense, so Michael has Vulcan martial arts training, so she's stronger than your average human and quicker. Because a lot of fighting is about speed and intelligence. It's not just about strength.
Well, then it's too bad that Saru is much faster than her, in addition to being much stronger. It's the whole point of the scene. Runs 80 kilometers an hour. He's fast.
Oh, by the way, this is really tragic. Like when you see what happened
it's
to
his
her
gore
crew.
pit.
Yeah. Like,
Wait, what did you think was happening to these people? They just went on vacation when they stopped showing up for
Right.
coffee in the morning?
By the way, I just saw intestines spilled out there, so I didn't know I was signing up for that today.
It's fine. They have another set. No, Laurel, don't make it personal. Just leave.
Now, the trotors are interestingly
They're
designed in
chunky.
this.
Well, she tried. Saru. Oh, he kicked her. He did it.
There's a
Good
donkey
job,
kick.
Saru.
Her leg should be broken. Wow.
Oh, that's... How strong are his bones?
Yeah.
He's smashing through metal.
Yeah.
That looks like the same prop set, by the way, that Cisco and Gul Dukat had when they were stranded on a desert planet for 2 weeks.
Michael, shoot him again. Keep shooting him until he goes down.
Yeah, this is where most cults wind up. Where you hate all your family and friends. Well, this is personal because we established that Saru hates Burnham for taking away Giorgio.
Michael, shut up. Shoot him. You have the power to knock him unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how it is. You know, if you lose a friend or family member to a cult, you probably lost them forever. It's best to just... Sorry to say.
Oh, you can't. People do leave cults and then come to normal.
Yeah. But you know, it's like the sense of harmony that they found in the cult is probably like... But you're right. I shouldn't say write them off because they might need a support system when they come out.
Yeah.
So Don't write them off. Let me take that back.
Together we will create a new order, and then
So
we shall have peace.
I really like how
The
they did this.
Galactic Republic will be restructured into the first Galactic Empire.
No, sorry, in Star Trek there's already several galactic empires already
Yeah.
hanging out.
Crystals grow on trees.
Here they do.
Okay.
Well, it's part of the planet. It's literally all
Okay,
formed together.
Right. Okay. I'm just trying to understand where the soil came from, but yeah.
Your review,
For
I
safe
find
and
your lack of
secure
faith disturbing.
society.
A safe and
Yeah.
secure society.
No, it's pretty cool that like we have discovered planets that are probably made out of diamonds, solid diamond. So, well, I mean, with our telescopes and stuff.
Diamonds are already worthless on our planet, and it's just that one organization controls the supply of diamonds to keep the
They're not
value
worthless,
artificially
they're
high.
very useful.
And they had a huge marketing campaign in like the 30s to make people think that they need to give people diamond engagement rings.
Yeah.
I'm mostly reminded of Fairly Odd Parents, where Cosmo proposed to Wanda with a chewed pen cap. And it worked great.
Yeah, we always talked about the ring pop.
Look, if the person is the right partner, they'll accept anything.
And the fun thing is, something worth that much money would be better off put towards the down payment of your new home.
What if you get them a gift certificate to Cracker Barrel? Does it have to be a permanent item, or can it be a consumable?
But the cool thing is, though, like lab diamonds are so cheap now that people really aren't going as broke as they used to for diamonds.
Ryan, isn't everything consumable?
Not everything's intended to be
Yeah.
consumable.
I really like this part though, because it's like even the Mintakans. Imagine the Mintakans were so stupid as to call the Klingons to have a battle over them, and Starfleet still have to defend them on the Prime Directive.
Also, it looked like they made Saru's makeup a little paler on there to indicate he was sick. Not doing so hot. Wow, she's really
Stuck.
blue.
Would she be more aesthetically pleasing if she was blue?
She is blue already.
I'm a little disappointed in the quantity of pepperoni on my pizza.
Well, maybe you should make your own pizza.
Maybe I will. Maybe
you could go
I
to
will.
Little Caesars
With
and
blackjack and hookers.
get a pepperoni pizza there.
Little
They
Caesars
load
is
it up with
trash.
pepperoni. But it has a lot of pepperoni.
This trash pepperoni too.
But it's a lot of pepperoni. Quantity over quality.
Well, I like both.
Well, then I hope you have a lot of money.
He's called House Core.
Yes.
Well, his name is Core, so yes.
No, his name is Cole.
Is it? Who's Core?
Core is the future TOS guy.
Well, yeah, but here, who's Core?
No, it's his house.
Where's the Dahar Master?
Wait, why did you make her part of your house if you're just gonna kill her? Just kill her. What's it?
We needed to fill up 2 minutes of dramatic.
Also, don't send her out with two losers into a separate room where you can't see her. Just kill her.
Yeah. He's a cartoon villain.
You see, this is what I mean by what sort of difficulty do we want in Dungeons and Dragons? Do we want the villain to send you out of the room so you can make an escape attempt, or should they just kill you?
Hey Ryan, it's not too bad, but even I noticed last week's stream, your voice skips like every millisecond. So you hear your voice like choppy enough to hear, but it sounds like it's telephone wire quality, when you have a choice of like CD quality or telephone quality. Just so you know. I think remember how at one point you had to pay for
Oh, hang
higher
on, I'm going to
bandwidth?
listen to myself back on the stream. Audio 1, Audio 2, Space Whales.
And no one else does it, by the way. No one else is choppy.
Oh, yeah, it is all messed up.
Yeah, and it was that way last week too. And it's not that we can't hear you, but the
Audio
professionalism of your
3,
stream.
Audio 4.
That's better. I know you're very persnickety about the professional quality of your streams.
But this sounds fine?
Yes, you're perfect now. I don't feel like I'm talking to you through a telephone wire and a tin can with shoestring.
Do we? Are they useful to us? Maybe we just leave.
To Lord, they're useful because it will help them to detect the Klingons.
Yeah, alright, fine.
It's a beautiful shot of the forest, by the way.
Yeah.
Very Lord of the Ringsy.
On the fall finale.
Oh yeah, there was a split. Was it split in two? I don't remember. Yeah, I think it was.
Why did they set it up, though? So that the end of every episode has spoilers for later episodes. Why would they do that?
Yeah. I think they consider that good writing.
It is annoying.
Alright, so this next episode,
Yes,
I do
season
know how
1
to
was split into
pronounce.
2.
Into the Forest I Go, where they're gonna figure out how to get through the cloaking device and do some murder. When do we get to Mirror Universe? Is that episode 10 or 11? How many episodes even are there?
I think it's at the end of this one.
What's the purpose of the half seasons? Is that just to hedge your bets in case the show sucks?
It's probably to do with with performance analytics of shows and things.
I mean, there's plot arcs, so it's how much you want to include.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
Play.
This
They
half
enter
season
into
stuff
the
has
mirror
nothing to do with the
universe at
story.
the
It's
end of this EP.
purely
I do want to say
it's
the
purely a
writing
money question.
the writing is way better than I remembered. So
It's really at the end of this episode is Mirror Universe? Because there's 6 episodes left. I didn't realize they spent that much time there.
I think they only spent 3 episodes in the Mirror Universe, I think.
Do they? I'm trying to remember how the series goes. I remember they blow up the ship with the star in the middle, and they bring Philippa back. And then there's the bits where the Admiral beams in and she's like, "Who are you people? Discovery was lost. You must be imposters." And then I have no memory of what happens after that. Oh wait, yes I do. They have to jump into the core or a cave. Okay. For some reason I was thinking that Mirror Universe was the very end of the season. Like we end just getting back from there.
No, there's a couple of episodes after that, back in the normal universe.
This is a really long recap.
Yeah.
Ship of the Dead, sir.
Davy
That's basically the
Jones,
whole
the Flying
episode.
Dutchman. It's basically what?
It was basically the whole episode.
I don't know. Maybe we can. I mean, worst case scenario, they just jump out again if they're losing, right?
Yeah.
The sarcophagus ship can destroy a planet?
Well, like, probably. I know the original Enterprise can destroy. Well, it won't like
Yeah.
blow it up like a Death Star, but you can just bomb the surface with antimatter warheads.
Yeah.
You can terrace it, Taurus.
Yeah, there's some important setup in this episode.
Dang, Starbase 46?
Well, at least it's not Starbase 47.
Yeah, Lord Saru, no, he ordered warp 5, not jump. That means he wants to hang out. Wait, really? What? How close? Wait, are we in Federation space? We're 3 hours from a starbase at warp 5. And I guess they're on their own.
3 hours to do what? Defeat the cloaking device?
Yep.
to find the solution and stuff.
Do we actually need it? Can we just
Yep.
we just lie to them? Oh, have they been fighting? Is this going to be a drama scene between him and his?
No, it's because there are actual issues going on, and Cobra would be obliged to report them.
Ah. Okay. So anyway, Robo, what's the temperature over there?
Very comfortable.
Like
Outside, I think
60?
it's supposed to be like 68 degrees today.
It's all right. It's a little warm.
Let me double check.
Did you guys catch the game? How are the kids?
Excellent.
No comment.
Oh yeah, Soma, you have kids. By proxy.
I mean, I teach kids, yes.
Yes, how are
By
your
proxy?
proxy children?
I technically have responsibility over them during the course of school
Yes.
days, so I suppose.
How are the kids?
Okay.
Are they good at physics?
Some are decent, some are reasonable. There's variation, of course.
What? I thought all kids were the same. What do you mean?
Do you have a favorite student?
Oh, I don't pick favorites.
Is it me?
Especially don't.
But you definitely do have a favorite student.
No, not really.
I don't believe
There
you.
are some which I have shoulder challenges with.
What?
It's sci-fi science stuff. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Some semblance of reality and mixed up with other stuff. They did actually have a science advisor on this, I believe.
Yeah,
like
and
to have a
Voyager
chat with
had
a science
Native American
advisor.
That doesn't mean much.
I'd like to talk
No,
to the science advisor on SG1.
The science advisor for, I think it was season 6, maybe season 8 onwards of Stargate, SG1, was pretty good. Mika McKinnon. Dr. Erin McDonald, I think, is the one for Discovery and Star Trek.
I think the episode that they meet the Asgard for the first time, I think that they get protons and electrons mixed up, because there is a scene where Carter is basically solving these puzzles based on science, and it was like you had to define pi, maybe prime numbers, but also there was representations of elements. And she's like, "It's the number of electrons. That's what determines what element it is." I'm like, "No,
you fool.
no." The
Maybe
protons determine what
electrons-
element it is.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Electrons can change its.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
What if in that universe electrons are what they call the things that make up the element? Because in our universe, we completely screwed up the polarities. Maybe in their universe they fixed it and they also switched the names.
Yeah.
No, Ryan, because Stargate doesn't exist in a different universe. Stargate is
I mean,
low
it quite
fantasy. It
explicitly
exists in
tells
our
it
universe.
it exists in a different universe.
They have a spaceship.
It's very explicit multiple times they exist in a different universe to our own.
What?
They have multiple episodes where they go to different universes and talk about it being different.
So that's my headcanon. They in that universe they just fixed the polarity thing and redid the names. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
And this is where we get... It sounds somewhat reasonable-ish here for him to do that, because he's a bit of an arrogant son of a bitch. But
Rude.
it's actually in order to get the data to transport to the more mirror universe.
What are you, some kind of coward? Did he? I thought Starfleet drafted him.
He could have chosen not to go, sort of thing. But not fully.
There it is. Now everybody
Yep.
in the audience should be aware where this is going. Alternate universes.
You suddenly get the hint that he wants to go somewhere else. It's not saying mirror universe just yet.
But if you picked up on some of the earlier clues, like
Yeah.
the torture device burn scar thing on his back, what's it called? Agonizer. The agonizer
Yeah.
scar. And also the fact that he's a big meaning head.
Mm.
No, Stamets, don't fall for it.
It would have been
He's
better
not
if
even
they'd
American.
established in...
He's British.
It would be better if they'd established in Enterprise that they had sunlight sensitivity in the mirror universe. Which this does follow on from that to an extent, so they talk about it being dark and different environment on Earth in the mirror universe. But it doesn't give that sunlight sensitivity bit. And also, this sunlight sensitivity thing explains why the mirror universe is always shot darker than everywhere else.
It's not for drama reasons, it's for canon story reasons. It was totally the plan the whole time. You can't stand up to him. How dare you? It's totally about you. He's
Yeah.
creepy. Honestly, I'm not even sure I believe her. I feel like we should just send a Mako.
Don't have Matos at the moment, even at this point in the war.
Why not? I'll never forgive Star Trek for getting rid of Makos. Starfleet clearly needs them.
Yeah, much better than security personnel. But not a military organization.
Yes, they are. Don't fall for their propaganda.
That's part of their propaganda. They don't have NATO as the quote unquote not a military organization.
Ooh, very convenient. Telehealth indeed.
Yeah.
I've never done a telehealth thing. Is that actually helpful? It feels like a doctor would need to, like, look at you. Like, start poking stuff to diagnose anything. Previous title drop?
Yep.
You're soldiers,
Fierce
fierce
warriors.
warriors.
They wouldn't have a chance because of strict technological limitations. They physically don't have the
Yeah.
equipment. But I believe in you.
Yeah. But also that shows really the corruption that Lauter has been doing to them, that they're now warriors as opposed to the scientists that they were at the start. And he views that as a good thing. They should all be viewing that as a very, very bad thing.
Like Simon Pegg in Star Trek 2. Benedict Cumberbatch.
They jumped from warp.
Kill them. Don't be dramatic, just kill them. No, don't. Well, maybe he's got a point here, storming the decks to take the ship instead of destroying it.
He wants the technology, that's why.
Yeah, that's fair. Usually I would say just blow it up, but in this case, that's fair. Really slow decloaking sequence, though.
There's not
Also,
a very good cloak at the moment. It's the first iteration.
Which cloaking do we prefer? Do we like the wave method, or do we like the wibble into existence?
They do prefer the wave method, but it is also more advanced later on cloak. This is the first edition.
Okay, so to carry out this mission, to win the war against the Klingon Empire, we're sending a Klingon and a traitor. Solid plan. Oh, Jesus. That was a really fast turn.
Discovery's a nimble ship.
I kind of missed the JJ version, though, where all the ships were just super slow and cumbersome. You know, like tall ships on the ocean.
Yeah. I was just rewatching Titanic with my family, and
yeah, its
so I
turning
think-
radius
No, you
was definitely a problem for them, for sure.
so and also one of the things the movie did was the boilers, like they went full steam ahead. They turned on all their boilers, and so when you're going at full speed, you can't make a turn as good.
Were they trying to smash through the iceberg one-on-one?
Oh my god. See, it's such a great film, and then like when the water starts setting in and everything starts being destroyed, then you're like, oh my god, this is like a tragic film. It's not just about like love and upper class versus lower class.
Oh, in that tricorder sound, they mixed in some of the TOS ship communication noises.
There's
Just
a
little
lot of
bit,
that.
though, just a hint.
I just learned, for example, for the motion picture, they recorded hundreds of sounds to make like futuristic blips and bloops, and also the TV displays were like the various audio signals that was recorded to make the movie. Hundreds. They used so many they planned on. They spent a lot of money on that movie. So I remember it showing up in Discovery, and I'm like, it makes sense.
See, Ash,
So
we
these
shouldn't
two-
have brought her. We should have brought someone with a dispassionate perspective who's just there for the mission.
I think you're missing it though. These two are a thing, even though they're not a thing.
Yeah.
So, like, remember when they were doing the Gormagander thing? Like, they're still doing missions together, and I feel like that shouldn't be allowed on a starship.
Yeah, did
like,
they watch Deep Space Nine with Worf and Jadzia? It's bad for mission efficiency.
yeah.
We
Although, in
could solve
fairness,
so
I was
many
just
problems in Star Trek if the characters just watch Star Trek.
but it's so messed up.
Oh, they didn't
She's
even
still
kill
hanging
her.
out with their
Also Tony.
bodies.
They just dumped her in the
Wow.
pit and left her to like starve. Come on,
Wow.
these Klingons are total chumps.
Wow. No, that's a horrible fate, though. She must be so furious.
No, just but don't make your opponents suffer. Just kill them.
I mean, certainly the Vogue plotline was innovative. It's a lot of body.
It's a bit confused by the two versions of it, though.
So yeah, there's a brain parallel thing going on, and there's a body parallel. It is confusing. Ew. It's like he couldn't move when she was walking towards him. Oh my god. Sorry.
He's
So
having
awful.
PTSD.
Yeah, sorry to laugh at this PTSD episode.
But he chose the PTSD. He wanted the PTSD.
Oh my god, you're so horrible, Ryan. You're like setting back his therapy by 2 years.
He literally chose it though. This was his idea.
We don't know what happened yet. Look, he's
Oh,
a war
yeah,
hero.
She's a
Okay?
therapist.
Yeah.
He's a war hero, okay? About as much as Burnham's a traitor.
Honestly, I think we should have sent. Who do we even have? I would have sent Lieutenant Reese for sure.
Yeah.
You could have
And
sent
then,
Olu.
who else would be good? Maybe
Lieutenant
Ariam?
Reese.
I'd be fine sending the robot lady. She'd be good at this.
Yeah, we could have just not had this plot. I think we would have been okay.
I think Lorca just isn't. He just chose a bad away team.
Because Tyler, he didn't know that Tyler had this issue, and he really likes Tyler.
Did
as a good
Tyler know
warrior.
he had this issue?
No,
No, not really.
because in all the simulations, I think this is the first real combat he's had with Klingons since his imprisonment. He was only in
Yeah.
simulations.
That wasn't even
before.
combat. He just was pointing a phaser at an unarmed Klingon.
This is the only time you've
Because
seen a
it's her.
Klingon in real life since his
It's also
imprisonment.
because it's her specifically that reminded
Yes.
him.
His former lover.
His is beyond that. It's like cult lover.
But like just in general, I'm not sure it's good to send someone with that kind of history against a
Yeah.
certain type of enemy into an enemy.
It's like also someone who has been like traumatized and mutilated by an enemy shouldn't be sent into a situation where they might face that enemy again.
Yes.
And you
So
retire
you're
them,
saying-
actually.
That's
Right.
exactly
So,
You
it.
like,
retire that person.
So
You
like
give him a bunch of
Picard
medals, and you give him a little
at
pension.
first contact.
I'm saying Picard should not be sent on an away team into a Borg ship. If it's a
Picard's
dispassionate thing
sending
where
him
you
in
just
when
see
he's
them on a view screen, that's one thing. If you're going to face to face, not a good plan.
Yeah. Also, sending the Enterprise is a different story because like Riker can take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have just sent Picard to his quarters for the evening.
Yeah.
Captain, I'm gonna have you take some night juice and go lay down.
Get
Aw,
Captain
we
Picard
got a
a
cute
juice
couple.
box and a put on a Shakespeare
It's
play
wine.
for him.
It's wine from his family's chateau in the juice
Picard,
box.
I gotta say, good
Hang on,
writing.
that cloak's not
for
even very
season one.
cloaking. I can see it.
The fact that this is how we broke the Klingon cloak is kind of ingenious. Discovery definitely pushed some boundaries here. We got a good show. Way better than I remembered.
That's probably fine.
182 is really high.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really high. So one time when I was running, I was over 200.
Hey, Mark,
Jeez, if
at
you-
what
if
heart
you're
rate does your heart
maintaining
just explode?
If you're maintaining that for any period of time, or any extended period of time, that is trashing levels of heart rate.
The key to
Trashing?
most distressing
Crashing.
predicament, sir. Such an event would be akin to a steamboat's boiler blowing due to an excess of pressure. But fear not, for the heart can sustain rates exceeding 200 beats per minute. Although it's unhealthy, it sure won't explode.
All right, no, he's fine. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
The problem is if your arteries are clogged, they wouldn't be able to handle that much blood and pressure.
Yeah.
Therefore, you would get
Is he clogged with
Things.
spores?
yeah. So we give 0 rats about Stamets over here because knowledge is more important than any one person. So like Marie Curie,
What's a sinoatrial node? A specialized tissue located in the right upper chamber, atria of the heart. Okay. So he's just being really fancy. Sinoatrial node is just the thing that controls your heart rates. At least it was a real thing. They didn't make up a medical word like Beverly does.
Oh, really?
so nobody hears the little communicator translating on the bridge.
Not in this scene.
I mean, she could have something in her ear.
That's an effective idea. Forget tying someone off, just cut off the legs.
If it works.
This scene's really well done.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, this Klingon bridge is an amazing
Iparishi.
set to have a fight on. It's almost like when Picard had that sword fight on the stairs in the Saving Maid Marian in the Sherwood Forest episode. Q-Who? No, Tapestry. Neither of those is correct.
I kind of liked how they showed how the communicator works in this time period, and then switched to we're going to simplify it for the sake of making it easy to understand.
Yes. Thank God we're not just having him be subtitled this whole time. I mean, this doesn't also work with how it worked in Enterprise, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. This is definitely more realistic.
Yeah.
Much more.
So I love Burnham because she's taking it so personal that he uses Giorgio's comm badge as a toothpick.
Yeah.
Even though Vulcans are not supposed to be emotional, she's like, I'm gonna get this guy so bad. She's a very well written character.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my god, Tyler, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, grab a gun, and shoot him.
Also, what's her name? Relor.
Who?
Why do they have
Vogue's girlfriend?
skirts on?
So I realize it's one of the few times, like Game of Thrones has Brienne, but you have a woman who's like a very fierce warrior. She's actually like impossible to take down. So I realize she's a very powerful female character, almost like a correspondence to Michael Burnham.
Hmm.
Because Vogue's weak. Like, Ash, he's helpless in front of her. So, and they use the Klingon culture in a very TNG way here. She's like, I demand a good fight. Are you a Klingon or are you a Targ? So she has Vulcan MMA training, if anyone wants to doubt her prowess.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's nice of him.
That's interesting. They sewed the
that-
magnets into his uniform in order to make that work. And showing that the badge literally just plugs in, goes straight onto your uniform.
Right. We see
Somehow
it fly.
connects to it.
Yeah.
So is this the Mechleth?
Yeah. I thought
It
it was
also
a
means that they had a
Tug.
hero in the prop one.
Yeah, it's a Mechleth.
Doesn't look like those uniforms are very good for fighting.
I guess they're made to absorb phaser fire, not knives. It's not a stab-proof vest.
I mean, I feel like some of the foil on the side would be good for your not stabbing the ribcage. Carbon fiber is pretty strong.
I don't know, bad at multitasking? Tactical officers just watching the spectacle? Come on, Michael. Starfleet officers with way less combat training have been able to take down dozens of Klingon warriors.
But this is the general cult.
Jadzia.
He's got like legendary actions and stuff.
Though you were talking about the away team earlier, only Burnham would have been able to do this part of the away team and actually make it so that the mission was successful.
Make it so that Cole didn't just shoot her.
Yeah.
General Cole. All right, so she does the Gillian Anderson thing from Star Trek For the Voyage Home, where you can hitch a ride on somebody's transporter beam.
Yep,
by
just
like
a hug.
Just jumping on their back.
That's been long established in Star Trek.
If we just hold hands, right?
That's really concerning to me that the transporter can't tell two different people apart. If you're touching, it thinks you're the same person.
Yeah, it's an issue. But
I
don't think we ever did
distinguish.
How about this? It's not a matter of distinguishing it, but because the two objects have become entangled, it has no choice but to bring the other entity as well. Otherwise, it would
not be able to separate,
destroy them both or whatever.
The leg or
Yeah.
Good eye
But
drops.
oh wow, amazing
wants to
scene by the
see
way
it.
of. I
Yeah.
mean, this kind of parallels Star Trek 6 when we destroyed General Chang's ship.
Jesus,
Well,
TOS era torpedoes.
Well, it's still cloaked. He put the eye drops in, by the way, so we're keeping up
Yeah.
that light sensitivity thing. But I wanted to say that shot when Burnham beams over to the ship and she drops the knife through the deck. We'd never get that amazing cinematography in any other iteration of
Yeah.
Star Trek. So
Hmm.
another win for Discovery. I know I'm being a fanboy, but I really like that
Good-
shot.
It is
Good
a
move.
well-made show.
I love that shot. The cinematography was like as good as a movie would be. I'm starting to think we lucked out by getting all these TV shows instead of getting the movies for TNG.
Oh, we've got lots of TNG movies anyway, so
Yeah.
And hang on, people kept telling me Burnham cried every episode. She hasn't cried once.
Sarek hasn't died yet.
It does start happening more in later seasons, I
went
noticed.
on there and told lies?
no, it just happened a lot in the first few episodes. And people assumed it happened every episode.
So the ship of the dead is Takuma's ship / now General Cole's ship?
Yeah, it was.
And that was the same prison ship where Harry Mudd and Tyler and Captain
No,
Whitaker
the
were.
prison ship was different.
No.
It was different, but here or later they implied they were on that ship for like 6 months.
Oh, I remember. Oh,
But thank you, Ryan, for confirming my intuition.
so
Lol, don't
Lorca
care,
is
Admiral,
about to.
bye.
Yeah, Lorca's about to be very, very, very selfish here. He can transmit the data in 11 hours, and he's going to leave before that happens.
He couldn't just hang out for a few more hours.
By the way, Stamets is undead because of this.
Stamets is alright. He's fine. He's alive.
Oh, he's alive. Okay, he's
Yeah.
For the
not.
moment.
Stamets lives. Stamets lives. He's fine.
Now, Culber, though, he's another issue.
Cadet Decker.
That's who? Seska?
Um,
Seska's good in Seska's good
Decker's
at
in the
analogy.
TOS movies.
Sorry, what was that?
Decker's in the TOS movies.
Or is it...
Decker was in the motion picture alone.
Yeah.
That's all he was in.
Yeah.
But actually, it's interesting though. I think Tyler's analogy would be Seska, just because.
Seska knew who she was the whole time.
It's
But did the writers know who she was the whole time?
That's a good question.
No, don't. He's totally fine. Don't worry about it. It's his ex-girlfriend / torturer / handler. It's
Yeah.
complicated.
/ plastic surgeon.
Yeah. It's complicated on Facebook. Like him and Michael, I don't know what their deal is, but Jesus.
Whoa.
So what probably happened is that everything he's saying here is very true. That he chose to enter a relationship with her to survive, and then because of that, she chose him to vote into.
Could be. Wait, that would mean she cheated on Volk. She would
They
never.
weren't officially in a relationship. A clean-on relationship. It's so complicated.
Making
Yeah, there's a lot of biting
excuses.
and throwing involved. Hmm. He's got survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
That's super weird. The first person to cry on this show is a man. It cannot be.
It's unrealistic. All men bury their emotions deep inside and swallow them, where they turn into ulcers and pancreatic cancer. Hmm. The spore drive I can accept. Men expressing emotions is, man, that's science fiction.
Man, this is so woke.
They're officially in a relationship.
Oh man.
How many episodes until he gets stabby? Is
Next
stabby
episode.
or how?
Actually, 2 episodes.
He does love stabbing.
Oh, the eye transition.
Oh yeah, what episode? So 2 episodes until he snaps Culber's neck?
Yep.
Is that what it
Okay.
is?
Something like
Jesus.
Yeah. They're hanging out in sickbay and Culber figures it out and he just... Neck snappy.
He activates.
Wait, I thought he said Starbase 88. What's Starbase 46?
Maybe.
Starbase
I remember.
46 is what they asked him to, or they asked him to go.
Starbase
Yeah.
46 was what they said originally before the battle. And then I thought in the later scene, when they were talking about the Medal of Honor or whatever it's called here, they changed it to 88. It doesn't matter. Gyrinx, what do you do?
The hell was that?
Sorry. I muted it.
Did someone just kick your door in? What was that?
No, it was that freezer drawer.
Ah.
I feel like it's not supposed to sound like that.
It's just squeaking against icy buildup.
What did you get?
Some ice
Yes,
cream.
icy buildup.
Wow, a lot of lens flare.
No, this is why he does it now rather than waiting to give the information to the Federation. Because it's his
Because
last
Stannis is a
opportunity to
chicken.
do so.
I mean,
It's now or never.
he does an amazing job of like, hey, no pressure, but
But definitely a lot of
Yes.
pressure. You need to do it now.
do you want to
Yeah.
sacrifice? Do you want to like do your duty? No pressure, but the Klingons are on our tail, mister. So do you want to do the right thing or do you want to do the right thing? Soldier. You know, that just ruined the whole War for Jadzia thing for me.
But the other way around, though.
You know, alien on human may not be as erotic as I assumed.
You got different mating styles.
Mm-hmm.
So, wait a second.
They did an
If
amazing.
Klingons have
Oh my
two
God.
penises,
So much blood.
does that mean Klingon women have two?
Probably.
Do not worry,
Hmm.
she says.
So they
Shouldn't
can they be
someone be on
pregnant
duty
in both
here?
of them simultaneously?
Shouldn't we have a guard?
Probably asked the doctor
Yeah.
to leave.
I think they're
Nobody
on, like,
thought about this.
yellow alert.
But you could be pregnant from two different people at the same time if you have two uteruses.
Uteri?
Yeah, you can. I mean, technically, there's heteropaternal twins already. Like that's a thing that can happen. It's really rare, but it is a thing that can happen. But that would make it a lot easier.
If a woman has two mates, you can have this same womb have different sperm in it.
That's what he just said.
I just said that. Yeah, it's extremely rare, but
No, I'm saying it's common enough that you would have the same sperm at the same time.
no, that's not common.
People cheat all the time.
I mean, in order for it to happen, you
You're
have
not
to have the
understanding.
conditions for fraternal twins to exist at the exact right moment.
Heteropaternal twins means
Yeah. So I wasn't saying
it would
the same
have to
thing.
happen.
I wasn't saying
She would have
same thing,
to
something
drop a
different.
couple eggs during ovulation, and they would have to be the presence of samples from two donors.
Yeah.
And they both would have to make it to the fallopian tubes.
Yeah.
It's happened. It's just incredibly rare because
it
it's
is
generally
so
it's not something people do a lot.
Yeah. Or you see
I mean,
Or if they
fraternal
do,
twins
it's
are not
getting
that common either. I mean, they're
override the
common-ish.
getting.
Anyway, if you
Yeah.
love someone,
Yeah, there's
who's-
very dramatic things happening in the show right now that don't involve fallopian tubes.
yeah, we just
Yeah,
kissed
Lorca
Thanos
worth
goodbye.
it. So Lorca inputs some special coordinates. Yeah, this is probably fine. Do we get to see dimmer stars out the window? We're just implying it for now. Yeah, see, he's not dead. He's only unconscious. He's fine.
He's
He's having a
they later
little
say
bit of a
he's
seizure.
he's catatonic, which is like I think a schizophrenic state.
My God, it's full of
Where
stars.
you speak nonsense. But Lorca is surprised here, but he's really not surprised. Sorry to spoil the show.
You could say he's acting.
Lorca's a great
He's
actor.
acting
You
while
thought
he's
I was
acting.
asleep, didn't you? Acting.
He's been acting for months now.
Still keeping that reveal hidden for now.
Yeah. Did you bring a sextant, Saru? Okay, I don't recognize the debris. I thought like maybe there would be a saucer somewhere in here.
The music
No, I
is
don't
so
know.
much louder than the dialogue. It's really poorly mixed.
You're poorly mixed.
It's not meant to be watched on headphones. It's meant to be watched on a sound system.
That
Alright,
wouldn't
so
help, I don't think.
next week is Despite Yourself, which is Mirror Universe, and The Wolf Inside,
Yep.
which is Mirror Universe,
All of them are
and
Mirror
Vaulting
Universe.
Ambition, which is Mirror Universe.
Yeah, I remember there being at least 3 episodes in the arc.
And it looks like there's 4. Let me keep clicking through.
Then it's like the old ones, like I, mirror, mirror, we see but through a glass darkly.
Which is still... Okay, it looks like There are 4 episodes in the Mirror Universe.
And then we get the concluding episode.
Is Mirror Ryan gonna host next week's episode?
No.
Oh, there's an idea.
Robo and I would be banned
Does-
immediately.
What am I supposed to do? Shave my
What?
dude?
Mirror Ryan would let me run amok.
There's a
but thank
version
you,
of me
Ryan.
in some universe that loves Rick Berman. But then I guess in that universe, no, I would still hate Rick Berman because in that universe, Rick Berman would be a decent guy.
No. There's all different variations. There's variations where you like him and he's exactly the way he is in this one. Like, it's not a.
Yeah, but in the Mirror Universe, everybody wears a black glove, so that means they're like.
I don't even own a glove.
No. I think they have a goatee. Is the difference? That's how you know they're the evil
Yeah,
version.
But I already have.
I mean,
a full
I'm
beard.
literally
What does
not a
that mean?
goatee on right now, so
Do
am
you
I
have a
evil?
full beard?
Yeah.
I don't have a full beard.
Well, that means your evil version. It means your evil version is clean shaven.
Or wait, no, I would do the Riker thing where I have to peel off the side bits.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, right now it's physically attached to me.
Reverse beard.
That would probably hurt. I don't want to like wax the whole sides of my face.
I really do actually have a goatee at the moment.
Yeah, it's quite. It's not very Mirror Universe-y. It doesn't look evil.
Thank
No,
you
that is true.
for the stream, Ryan.
Yes, we are done here. Everybody can go away.
Have a lovely week.
And I'm going to not speak for the rest of the day.
Hi at Elizabeth 184.
Yeah. Mm.
Goodbye.
And
Yes.
goodbye to Elizabeth at
Good